The Skills and Education Group has been working with the Gangmasters and Labour Abuse Authority for the last 6 years. We started out by working with the GLAA on a pilot project with one of our member colleges called Boston. Boston has a large Eastern European community, and a lot of the community members there were being exploited. So there was a real need to actually train young people. So the Gangmasters and Labour Abuse Authority actually delivered a really incredible pilot project at the college. They trained nearly 1,000 individuals on giving them knowledge around how to spot the signs of labour exploitation and how to prevent exploitation. And that project finished. It was reviewed by the University of Nottingham Rights Lab, and the evaluation was incredibly powerful. And we got together and we were like, how do we actually take this forward? So the qualification was then created and came about from that. So it was born out of that vision and out of that work. And here we are, roll forward 6 years later, and the qualification has been launched. It's award-winning. It's been delivered to over 1,000 people across multiple settings. And now we're tailoring that program and taking content from the qualification and creating shorter programs and delivering it to communities like the Romanian. The Romanian community has a large diaspora in the UK. A lot of Romanians come into the UK on seasonal worker schemes to help, particularly in agriculture, and they're often exploited. There's a language barrier. Most Romanians that come into the UK don't necessarily speak English. They often get sold a pipe dream by unscrupulous employers that have taken people from as soon as they've arrived in the UK, whether that be by boat or plane, taking them into a private vehicle, taking them to a house, taking away their passport, and basically said, going forward, this is your place of work. And they've been escorted to and from that property where they're living in a single room to the workplace and back to that home, and having all of their wages taken away from them. No way to communicate outside. They don't have phones or anything like that. And members of the Romanian community, because there's such a large deprivation of poverty within Romania, seem to think that's normal and it's the normal way of life. And therefore they think that's the expectation of working in the UK. And it isn't until you start empowering those members of the community that they come to realise that that isn't right, and actually that isn't good work, and good work consists of multiple other factors. I think the course output has been phenomenal. There's been 273 participants that completed the course, and as projects go, the course delivery only took place over 6 weeks, so that's a huge number of people to reach. But we've had stories of individuals who have been able to, once they've actually studied and completed the course, realise they've actually been victims of exploitation. They've been able to identify that exploitation. And for me, I think that's the biggest impact. It's knowing that those individuals now know about their workers' rights. They can now go about finding a safe route to work in the UK and actually benefit from many of the advantages that we get as a UK citizen. And it's about ensuring that they are also incredibly knowledgeable, skilled, and that they're actually recognised in the workplace for those skill set. And we were determined, and particularly that for this programme to work, that the only way for it to be a success was to actually make sure it was delivered by Romanians for the Romanian community. There was no point in us delivering, which we could have done, we're more than capable to do so, but I think the bigger and greater impact was going to be about engaging the community and actually empowering the community and developing those relationships of trust between respected community organisations that serve the Romanian community with their own local Romanians. I would really like to see this course continue to expand. We've set a target of reaching 4,000 Romanians over the course of the next year and a half. I think we'll probably overshoot that 4,000 quite easily. We've been talking about how we can actually start taking this course to be delivered in Romania, so actually targeting individuals from Romania before they actually enter into the UK. And I think that could be hugely positive and would really actually empower individuals before they even come to work in the UK, and therefore it might even pull off those unscrupulous employers that are there to exploit individuals and prevent that from happening. Not just that, I would like to see this course taken to other nationalities. We've got the model now, it works well, and we've demonstrated that it works well for Romania. I think we can take this much further afield. We've already got interest from India and Sri Lanka and other places where their workforce is coming to the UK to fulfill jobs in the healthcare sector, and that sector alone is another huge area where individuals are exploited. And I think it just demonstrates the impact that this type of qualification and course can have. And it really does help transform individuals' lives, and that comes back to Skills and Education Group's mission, which is all about transforming people's lives through skills and education. And it's great to know that we are actually helping meet our charitable objective as well. It all interlinks back to social mobility and giving people that opportunity to climb the ladder.